Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you guys are joining me. My name is Sam. This is Bolt from the Blue Tarot. We're going to pull some cards for you today, see what's going on. I'm going to start with the Wisdom from the Epics of Hind. And these are just some stories that you may enjoy, just to get like a feeling of the energy. Oh, Draupadi's Wish. We recently had this one. Perhaps there's something we missed last time and ought to revisit. Draupadi's Wish. If I remember, this is a past lives connection. So we might be dealing with another one of those. This also might be a manifestation thing. Diti's desperation. Draupadi's rescue. Draupadi's wish. Arjuna, the third Pandava brother, had won Princess Draupadi's hand in marriage. When he, along with his new wife and his 4 brothers, returned home, their mother mindlessly instructed the 5 of them to divide equally amongst themselves whatever they had brought home. It is said that their mother's word was law, which even she herself could not go back on, and thus all the 5 brothers were married to Draupadi. However, it is also believed that Draupadi in her previous birth had prayed for a man with 14 specific qualities. Even when she was told it was impossible for a man to have all 14 qualities, she was adamant on having such a husband for herself. It is said that the qualities of all the 5 brothers totaled 14, giving her all that she had asked for. All right, so there's some questions to ask yourself, there's some actions to take, and then there are 3 messages. And I'm just going to read what I am intuitively guided to read from each section. So from the questions, is multitasking reducing the quality of your work and life? Are you falling in love too soon or with too many people? Practice focusing on single tasks rather than doing multiple things at once. Balance the 5 elements in your body. If single, date more people but don't commit right away. Take your time. If in a relationship, be more accepting of your partner and you will see more loving facets of their nature. All right, guys, I know there's lots of people out there who might be listening to this who don't want to date. So if you're not ready for that, just know that, like with the readings, this can all be internal, okay? Be more accepting of some aspect of yourself, of, your divine feminine, most likely. Give her the time she needs. Let's see. You are blessed with infinite potential. You can be anything you want and make a wish. There's a lot going on with this story. I myself have a deck of storybook cards here, and this is one of the ones that sometimes I'll write one and it has like 3 or 4 different meanings, and then I'll pull it and I'm like, why did I do this to myself? Because it's a deck I made because I specifically want advice. So yeah, there's a relationship thread here, and then there's multiple tasks pulling you in different directions. It could be the same thing. It could be the same, like multiple relationships are pulling you in multiple different directions. Yeah, I'm not getting so much the past life thing this time around, which is great. So this is why I love stories, because the same story can contain so many different lessons, and everyone can come at it from a different lens and take from it what they need to hear. So take from this story what resonates with you, as you should with every story you hear, because every story you hear has a little nugget just for you. And that is what this channel is about. If you're joining me for the first time, I love it. Thank you. Thanks for being here and sharing your energy. It's a pleasure to have you. Right, let's put Draupadi back here. I'm going to pull some astral cards. These are like aliens. They got a little bit of everything. It's a bunch of different artists. Every card is by a different artist. So let's see what's up. 3 of Cups. Four of Cups. You guys, if it's the 5 of Cups, I'm throwing all these cards on the ground and I'm walking out that door. 10 of Cups. It was a close one, you guys. One more. 2 of Swords. Well, if this doesn't tell a tale, this 3 of Cups is a super naked 3 of Cups. I have no complaints, but YouTube, you know how it goes. All right, so this is a 3 of Cups into 4 of Cups. This is like there's some sort of community that you are or were a part of that wasn't getting down with spirituality, who might have been a little bit in their egos or their lower selves. Like this might have been some revelry of the more uninhibited variety. I'm seeing like a lot of passion here, a lot of fire, but it's not a controlled burn. It's a fire that's likely to get out of control, and these 3 women are tipsy to drunk. You might be like the only awakened person in this group. And yeah, you might even be the little alien dude with the helmet here saying like, hey guys, what if we did what our souls want instead of what makes us miserable? And they're like, nah, we're going to stick with these 3 cups. Maybe there's like some partying here that, I don't know, I feel like you're leaving it behind. Or if not, there is a call to do so. Like maybe you've been questioning, hey, maybe this community, this friend group, these people, they might not have my best interests in mind. This might not be aligned anymore. And there might be a sadness here. It is really sad when we realize that we've outgrown something that made us feel included, even if it was like this wasn't in your best interest. And there's part of you, if not all of you, that knows that. Plus, look, you're resting on all this rock candy behind you. You got it made in the shade. You're a sweet person. That's what I'm getting. Maybe a sweet person who's been around a little too much nastiness. You might have forgotten how sweet you are. But you are. Yeah, I feel like you're turning away from these folks, or the call is to do that if you haven't already. and you're turning toward highest destiny path, guys. 10 of Cups. This is my favorite 10 of Cups card. It's the energy of this card is just so lovely. Towards a community that looks to the stars, that looks to the same values, high ideals that you hold. Who are there to inspire you and are inspired by you, who are there to uplift you, who know that, you know, when one of you rises, all of you rise. Like all boats rise together in this community, this family. So I love this with the lightsabers. This Two of Swords is pretty clear to me when it comes to this reading. There's a call to balance, but there's also like you have to make a choice, right? This is calling you to make a choice. And I think in Star Wars, this is you know, which is where the lightsabers come from. This is more of a light side, dark side thing. This might be internal. You know, are you choosing, this might be a higher self, lower self choice, right? Because, I mean, say what you want about this, Sam, but it sure does look fun. It does look fun, but it doesn't necessarily look fulfilling, especially long term. And whoever you are, I think you're realizing that that is your path towards fulfillment. I encourage you to make that choice, however difficult, if you haven't already. All right, I'm going to pull a few more cards here. I'm just feeling like lots of cards on the table today, if we can. So these are some more tarot cards. Oh, wow. I don't know why. So recently Pluto went from Capricorn into Aquarius, and it's going to be there for the next 20 years. This is kind of a big deal because it's an energy reset. And that's really what I'm getting from this card in light of this one. So there's like this Aquarian energy that's come to be like, all right, you've had fun, but these 3 fish are dead. Like these, we gotta flush them. It's very much out with the old, in with the new in terms of energy for you, is what I'm getting. And this is bringing someone in when you do this. So this card is Hercules. He's also the archetypal farmer, able to domesticate this wild land. So this may be you looking out at this, you know, possible desolation in your world. Maybe everything these three of cups ladies have burnt down, and saying like, All right. I am the hero I need. I step into these shoes. Let's clean this. Let's clean this shit up. This is like, Spirit's got you. You're ready. They're standing behind you. Like, this is all a clear left to right motion here. They're in. You're in. And this takes a lot of bravery. Yeah, this takes a lot of resolve, is what I'm feeling. Yeah, because you're moving out of an old energy that has a little bit of gravity. So it requires you to be strong, but you are. Because next comes the Chariot of War. And this is moving to bring an end to these tribulations. Like I see her, my eyes being drawn to how she's like in this position of cradling herself. A position of pain, like maybe even, I'm seeing the 3 women, the 3 fish, the 3 swords. People don't have to, like, it doesn't have to be a Shakespearean betrayal and, like an actual backstabbing for people to, like, it can be a backstabbing by a million little cuts of like just holding you back. It doesn't have to be a full assassination in the Senate, right? But it can be little stuff, passive aggressive stuff. It can be little controlling things, manipulating things that kind of keep you tied to these people. Yeah, when you choose to stand in yourself, like, this moves you away from these people. There might be a confrontation that you even have to make here. Like, this is Hercules, and he is, he's fully equipped there with his baton, and this isn't just the chariot; it's the chariot of war. So this might involve some confrontation, but don't shy away from it. Doesn't mean to get nasty, but this might end with a whisper. It might end with a bang, but either way, afterwards, there's a gift waiting for you. This stork is bringing something great, is being birthed into the world. What I'm getting from this is like spirit, which I see represented by the Aquarian here, is like, you just say the word and we'll flush this entire situation. And we really want to, because you can't grow into like the vessel that can birth this thing into the world until you do this, until you move out of this energy, away from these people. And then we raise your vibration. We get you to a state where you're pouring into yourself, healing traumas. Like you heal traumas and you unlock psychic gifts. Like, that's what you do. So there might be like spiritual gifts that are waking up. No, I'm getting there. There definitely are spiritual gifts that are waking up. You might be very psychic. You might be very gifted. But when we're around these people, like, it's hard to even see that in ourselves. We've shut it down, we've closed off. Yeah, there's a call here to return. It's like to come home to yourself, to your soul, to spirit, to your mission here. This is some kind of sleep. No one likes to hear this, but we can have multiple awakenings, and it is just the natural gravity of our society to fall back asleep if we allow ourselves to. And it's much easier. It's like Wizard of Oz in the field of poppies. It's very easy that everything is telling you to just lay down and go back to sleep, and you have to struggle to stay awake. It was 21:12 as I said that on the timer. So yeah, this is never pleasant to hear, but I hope that I'm conveying in my tone. I hope you can feel from my energy how much I feel for you and how much I am rooting for you, how much spirit is rooting for you to choose the light here. Choose to come back, because the goodies you will be unlocking, this will not just help you. This will not just fulfill you and your life's purpose and your mission, but also it will make the world a better place. The stork never carries, in this card anyway, the stork never carries, this isn't lumps of coal. This is really good stuff that will benefit the world. Yeah. Okay. Draupadi's wish. Yeah. Sometimes I forget how much these stories tie in. So with this initial energy, these Three of Cups folks are the ones who are pulling you in all of these different directions, pulling on your energy. But as soon as you cut these energetic cords and that energy starts flowing back into you, when you call back your power from these small people, I want to say, maybe petty even, yeah, you're going to be this powerful creator. Yeah. Wow. I'm getting pulled under a little bit in this one, you guys. It's complicated energy, and I can feel that there's a bittersweetness here. There's a bittersweetness. Just know on the other side, you will feel so vindicated in your choice. It isn't about putting these people in their place so much. Karma, the universe, source will take care of that. You don't have to worry about that. It's about the realization of your potential and of your emotional fulfillment. The only way out is through this, and it's going to suck. It's going to suck through this. But it's going to be so worth it. I know it because I've been through this. Let's see if we can get you some advice. Heavy gravity planet. So this is an invitation to slow down time. I can't tell if this is usually the lamp is not washing this out so much. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what this is. There's a message here. because my setup has not changed, but I can't read the cards in what I can see on the phone. Maybe we'll figure it out as I read these cards. But yeah, the invitation here is to slow down time. So this planet has extra heavy gravity, and so it's like a gravity well. Time moves slower. There's a couple ways that we can slow down time. One is in a deep flow state. Sports people encounter this. Another is via meditation. So this is an invitation. And I've been there, this is not me on my high horse, I promise, I'm just the messenger. But if you have had a meditation routine in the past and you've fallen off the horse, don't worry, because take it from me, the meditation you were doing before might not have been the kind of meditation that you need to do when you return to it, when you return to the practice. Okay, so there's an invitation here to sit in meditation, but in new ways. Don't necessarily think that you have to do it exactly the way you did it before. If that's comfortable at first, then go for it. But you will be shown different ways to do this. And it won't feel as hard as it did before, I want to say. This is like a trial after which you will be more attuned and things will be easier. This is a message that is telling you that Spirit has your back, absolutely. You just have to choose Spirit. You have to choose your soul. And once you do, they've got you. They've got you. So yeah, slow down time. This was a message for me earlier, but when people like this, like they keep you, they can keep you in combative cycles or feeling like you need to text back, you need to come back to their retorts, you need to address what they have addressed to you. And the simple fact of the matter is that you do not. Okay? Or at best, take a day, sleep on it, take a couple days, slow down time, think, meditate, pray if you pray. Sometimes when we put interpersonal conflicts into the hands of Source, they just kind of sort themselves out. So that can also be useful. All right, cool. Let's see what else we got for you guys. Herr Mozart dictating his Requiem to Salieri. This is from the movie Amadeus. I just have to trust that you guys can see this. It looks completely washed out from my perspective. I wonder if... No? I'll look at the video later and see. So what this is about is journaling. This encourages journaling or writing, but not in the context of like when I think of journaling, I'm bad at journaling, you guys. I need to get better, but I think of it as kind of like a writing assignment. It's like, here's your prompt. Now, what did you do wrong? Kind of a thing. First of all, that's not what journaling is. That's just a bratty part of me that really doesn't want to sit down and write. But this is encouraging automatic writing, which truly is like channeling. If you are someone with these latent gifts, for you it is channeling. So take a pen to paper, take a stylus to tablet, whatever you got going on, and Yeah, write automatically. And you can look up how to do this, but this is the primary way that some people channel. So it may be that your spiritual gifts come through in this way. Or if you think like, I don't get messages from spirit, I don't have any intuitive insight. If you've never tried this, try this, because like when you return to meditation, it won't be the same as before, because you'll be guided to something that you're meant to do. This is an activation. This whole thing is an activation. And these are super intense, and it will leave you needing a lot of answers, but this might be one way to get them. This might be how your guides, your guidance, however you think of it, comes through most clearly and in ways that you can understand. What else about this? Anything for this collective? Oh yeah, you can do this in a Q&A format, which I find useful. So like you can even switch between different colored pens as you write. So you can be like, red pen, Q, question, what the hell is going on with this XYZ pain in my body? A, answer, or you can just get into a meditative state and put pen to paper and just let your hand move. There's a couple of different ways to do this, more than a couple. Look into it. And don't just look into it, but actually do it. Whoever you are, I know you will. I know you will. And that's the thing too, like your guides know you will. This is just explication is what this is. Encouragement. It's not a matter of whether you will do this. It's a matter of when. This might be written in the stars for you. This 10 of Cups is written in the stars for you. You have time, but also the time is now. All right, maybe one more piece of advice. This one feels right. Sam, sitting on his bed, crisscross applesauce. So this is not a story. This is the first card I wrote for this deck. And I was sitting on my bed, crisscross applesauce. It was actually in Mexico, in a hotel. And I wrote, I dedicate this deck to my highest good and the highest good of all. And so this is a reminder that what you do, the best things you do, are a co-creation with spirit. The true magician co-creates with spirit and understands that his manifestations, if they are to be meaningful, if they are to be long-term, if they are to be lasting and beautiful and have an impact on the world, if they are to be more than parlor tricks, then they must be for the highest good of all. So, as you go about doing this, remember that whoever you are, your mission is a lot bigger than you. And I know that you know this. I know that you know because you're sweet. I can feel how sweet you are. I know that you know how much you benefit others on some level, how beautiful you make the world. This is about realizing that when you undertake this, by going through this initiation, by choosing spirit back, you're choosing not just your own best life, not just your own highest timeline, but a better timeline for this earth, for everyone, for me. Thank you for choosing to do this and for doing it for the highest good of all. When you do something for the highest good of all, you can't fail and it will be beautiful. card number 1. It's coming back to unity, coming back to spirit. 1 is the card of unity consciousness, of spirit. I love this reading. This is beautiful. You are choosing beauty. Thank you for doing so. Thank you for doing this work. Yeah, okay. Good luck with it. Keep tuning in, and I'll continue to try and drop some stuff into these videos that has helped me over the past year. Yeah, I love you guys. Take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.